that means pushing yourself and trying harder, do that. And I'm just encouraging you to empower your practice today. And as far as I'm aware, nobody has any injuries to be concerned about. Awesome. We'll go ahead and get started in child's pose. And integrate yourself onto your mat right away. Intentionally press all 10 of your fingerprints into your mat. Really reach forward. Press all 10 toenails into your mat. And build your community in this space with these people in this room right now. And do that by taking a big inhale. Pause. Exhale loud enough for your neighbor to hear you. Try that one more time. Inhale. Pause. Exhale loud enough for your neighbor to hear you. Last inhale. Exhale fully. On empty, rise up to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out as much as you need to. Stretch your toes. Stretch your fingers. Come back to stillness and establish your foundation. In this practice, your foundation is your feet, your hands, and your core. Intentionally press your hands and your feet into your mat. Pull the pit of your belly up in towards your spine. On your next inhale, send your tailbone up to the ceiling. There, nice adjustments, everybody. Exhale fully. Step to the front of your mat and hang in ragdoll. Create a C shape on your spine. Begin to match your breath to your movement here. Inhale, sway to the right. Pause. Exhale, sway to your left. Press all four corners of your feet into your mat. Lift and spread your 10 toes. And keep that feeling present throughout your whole practice. Come back to stillness. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll begin class with 3 ohms. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low push up, exhale. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Press your foundation into your mat. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. Last inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, hop forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. And this is part of our awakening sequence. This is your chance. Warm up your body, wake up your body. Last big inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Look forward, jump forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up, look up, maybe go back. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your drishti, your focused gaze, to a point between your toes. Last big inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Look forward, hop forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. Forward fold. halfway lift, high to low push-up, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths here. Last big inhale. You know what to do. Bend your knees, look forward, jump forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain reach up, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push up, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last big inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Hop forward, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, last Sunday, press down, rise all the way up, go back, forward fold. Halfway lift, high to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last big inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Look forward, jump forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stay here for just a breath. Sink half an inch lower. Good try. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot steps forward. Press down. Reach through your side body all the way up. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot steps forward. Press down. Take up space. Reach up. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. This practice is all about showing up and being up to something bigger, than your own body, being for the people in this space. Take one last big inhale. Exhale fully. Look forward, jump forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot forward. Press, reach. Put some life in your fingers. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot steps forward. Press down, reach all the way up. Maybe you go start going back. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. On this next sun beat, you move to your breath, even if I call the poses more quickly than you can move to it. Move to your breath. Your body knows what to do. Take one last big inhale. Exhale fully. Jump forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot forward. Press, reach. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. All the way up. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just have fun with practice today. Get a little messy with it. Try something new on. Wherever you're at in your practice, just show up and do your best. That's all anybody can ask of you. Take one last big inhale. Exhale fully. Look forward, jump forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink 3 inches lower. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot forward. Halfway lift. No, just kidding. Warrior one, all the way up. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Just seeing if you're paying attention. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your foundation into your mat. Send your hips up to the ceiling. Last big inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Look forward, jump forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog warrior one. Right foot forward. Make this your last, biggest, best one. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog warrior one. Left foot forward. Press down. Reach in. Pull in. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your foot. Bend your knee. Flip on over. Set your feet on 12 o'clock. Press through the center of your heel. Reach for the wall in front of you. Maybe, Devin, you look like you're so close. Try on wheel pose. Oh, all right, flip back over, high plank. Right side plank. Press down, set your drishti up to your top hand. Look and see where there is to go with this pose right here. Put some life into it. Last inhale, biggest expression. All right, high to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, bend your knee. Flip on over. Press through the center of your heel. Lift your hips up. Reach, maybe open up, sit, yep, words, cactus arms, there we go. Really expand your chest. And flip on over, high plank, left side plank. Create what's possible for you here. Try on something new. If we've got knees down, maybe lift a leg. Give it a try. Look up. Fullest expression. High to low push up. Nicely done. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Look forward. Oh, wait, just kidding. Crescent lunge, right foot steps forward. Press down. Take a moment, really set. Take a moment to set your crescent lunge up. Take up space. Take up more space than you think you need. Focus on your back heel. Pointing up towards the ceiling. If that means you have to bend your back leg to get there, great. Then inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Sarah and everyone, take your front knee. Bring it there. Nice adjustments, everybody. Stack it right over your ankle. Inhale, hands to heart center, twist to your right. If this is feeling like business as usual, how can you create something new in this pose? Can you press the back of your thigh up towards the ceiling? Inhale, create space, open up your arms. Last full expression, inhale. Exhale. Come on back up to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. I feel like everybody I've talked to this week has had just like a really pandemic-y stressful week. So let it out in here. Show up fully and completely. Breathe through any craziness you've had. Inhale, expand your chest, really nice adjustments, everybody. Reach for the opposite walls, like somebody's pulling your arms out of your sockets. Inhale, extended side angle. Create one long extension from the blade edge of your back foot all the way through your front arms. Put your front arm up by your ear, really reach. Create one long extension. You can do anything for 2 more breaths. Amy, Sarah, pull your arms forward. There it is. For 3, 2, 1. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Crescent lunge, left foot steps forward. Press down. Check in on your hips. You want to square your hips off. Keep them level. Keep both hip points pointing in the same direction. Inhale, create space for through your side body. It's okay if you fall out. You're doing something new. I love it. Inhale, hands to heart center, twist to your left. Check in on your body. How can you create your stable foundation? Press down through your feet into your mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. And take up space here. Everybody expand your chest. Really intentionally place your shoulder blades onto your back. Nice adjustments. And intentionally reach for each side wall. And stay here and breathe. Julia, externally rotate your front thigh. There you go. Extended side angle. Stack your front knee right over your ankle. Really keep a deep knee bend. Trust me, this brace is no fun. I would rather not give it to anybody. Let's add a little extra strong abs to it. We can do hard things for 2 breaths. Reach both hands for the front wall. For 2, 1, high to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, fully bend your knees. Look forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Take a look at your feet. Set them up on 12 o'clock so your second toe is the one that's pointing straight out in front of you. Inhale, chair pose. Everybody take your hands, take Barbie C-shape, say Barbie hands. Put them into your hip creases. Sarah and Amy and Julia know where we're going with this. Send your hips straight back. Sit low. Now comes the fun part. Extend your right foot in your chair pose. You can do it. Hug everything into center line. Inhale your arms up by your ears. Twist to your right. Your choice if you'd like to leave your leg extended or not. If you're putting it back down, take a look, check in with your knees. Make sure one's not popping forward. Get them back in line. Last inhale. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, chair pose. Fingers to toes, forward, fold. Good job. That is one of my favorite drills to do. It's just so fun. With your fingers still wrapped around your big toes, take a halfway lift, really extend your spine, and sink down into the pose. Release all the tension through your neck. Let your head hang heavy. Shake your head, yes. Last no of the practice. Take a look at your feet. Send them back up at 12 o'clock. Chair pose round 2. Take those self-assist hands, take your thumbs, put them into your hip creases, send your hips back. Once you're there, if you're feeling up to it, extend your left foot, pointing your toes helps. Inhale, your arms up to your ears. Twist to your left. Hug everything into center. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Last big inhale. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, chair pose. Palms to toes forward, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your chest and your belly onto your thighs. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling and allow your hamstrings to really stretch out. Crow pose. So you can take crow in a variety of ways. Show up whatever is best for your body in this moment. Yep. Hands flat on the floor. Bend your knees into your upper arms. Hug in and tilt forward. Yep. Press down. Hug the pit of your belly in towards your spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High to low push up. Oh boy. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Exhale, side out. Look forward, jump forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Eagle on your right side. Wrap your right leg over and your right arm under. Press the ball mound of your standing big toe straight into your mat. Again, everyone, take your elbows parallel to your shoulders. Switch sides. Check in on your breath. If you're falling out of it, no frustration around it. It happens. Get right back in. It means you're trying something new on. Switch sides. And if your best today is that you're falling out of equanimity, great. Take notice of that and see if it's because your body is calling for more grounding poses. Once we get into that section, just take notice of how your body feels differently in each of these sections. Right now, all you're doing is finding your moments of ease within all of the effort. Switch sides. Know that by showing up and doing the work in these difficult sections, in equanimity, in awakening, and all of it, that this is helping you off of your mat, take these same skills out into your life as well. So when you have the pandemic-y weeks and you have the really stressful weeks, you have the tools to be able to handle them. 2 feet to the ground, standing leg raise on your right side. Grab your knee, grab your foot. Pretend you can do either of those things. Inhale, open up your leg to the right side. Set your gaze over to the left. Press through the center of your heel. Inhale, back to center. Keep your leg raised. Let go of your foot, knee, whatever. Now, keep raised. Float straight back into airplane. With that same effort, press through the center of your heel. Expand your chest. Set your gaze in front of you, not down at the floor. Open your chest, really expand with upward facing dog arms, and half moon. Press through the center of your heel on your standing. Press actually every extremity. Put life into everything. The more you press away, the easier it's going to be to sustain this pose. Send your gaze up to the ceiling. And 2 feet to the ground. Standing leg raise on your left side. Try to get out of your way, your drishtis. Inhale, open your leg up to your left. Send your gaze over to the right. Engage your core muscles to find your stability. Inhale, come back to center. Set your gaze forward. Drop your leg in whatever capacity you're holding on to it. Keep it raised. Slow and controlled. Float back into airplane. Keep an expanded chest. Place your shoulder blades onto your back. Look forward. Press back. Half moon. Use your blocks, use your water bottles, bring the floor up to you, make this practice accessible. Put some life into all the extremities. Really reach for all 4 corners of every wall and surface. Look up towards your top hand. And fullest expression in 3, 2, 1. 2 feet to the ground. Dancer on your right side. Fleshy part of your elbow faces out. You're grabbing the inside of your ankle. So flip your arm. Yep, like that. Perfect. Start by pressing your shin back and allowing it to expand your chest. Press your hand forward like you're going to give me a high five no matter where you're at. For 3, 2, 1. All right, switch sides. And if you're falling out of it, if you're feeling weeble wobbly, that's fine. That means you're trying. It means you're doing the damn thing, which is all anybody can ask of. Press back, press forward, find your balance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, switch sides one more time. This is one of my favorite poses to do, and for the life of me, I fall out of it every day in here. So you are not alone. Press back, press forward, press into center line for 5, 4, 3, 2, switch sides one last time. And take a moment, press your shin back before you go any further, and let that lead your pose. Press back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. 2 feet to the ground. Tree pose on your right. Set your foot up anywhere except your knee. And press in. When I mean center line, your center line is that midline of your body, like somebody's pulling a string right out of the top of you. Take a moment, reconnect with your breath here. Express your tree. And try it on. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, switch sides. We're getting messy. We're trying new things on. It's not going to be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. Open your eyes. 2 feet to the ground. Step to the front of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, extended mountain reach all the way up. Press your feet into the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Triangle, right foot steps between your hands. Take up space on your mat. Take this as big as you can make it. Tilt forward, place your hand on the outside of your foot. We're looking for a deep hip crease. Tilt your hips up to the ceiling. And as we enter into the grounding section of this sequence, just take notice of how your body responds to these poses. Take one last big inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale, come on up. First, side facing, wide leg forward fold. Face the windows, my friends against the wall. Face towards the posters. Flat back, tilt forward. Everybody soften your knees. Softening your knees, especially if you're super flexy, takes the work out of just hanging out in your joints and lets your muscles do the work. Take on ninja lunges if that would feel grounding to you. Take on maybe some twists, whatever is going to help you feel grounded in this moment. And especially if equanimity, you felt really off kilter and you felt really unbalanced, this is your chance to reconnect with your balance and reconnect with yourself and your mat in this space. Come back to stillness. Last big inhale. Exhale, relax down into the pose. Inhale, rise all the way up for Namaste front facing forward fold or yogi split, whatever your practice is calling for today. So for my Namaste front facing, people have a tendency to go on kind of like a balance beam. Take your feet out like a baby warrior one. You want to kind of find your balance to be able to sit in between your legs, then tilt forward. Press through the center of your back heel. Twisting triangle. Place your left hip hand down, right hand starts parallel. On your inhale, create space. Use your exhale to twist. Check in on your hips. Everybody pull your back hip forward. Send your front hip back. So, Devin, you're my little guide right now. Send your right hip back. Send your left hip forward. There you go. And everybody do the same. Send your right hip back. Send your left hip forward. Last inhale. High to low push-up, exhale. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Triangle, left foot steps forward. Take up space here. And when I'm saying take up space, get like big with it and tilt forward. Yep, and if you have blocks handy, if you've got water bottles handy, bring the floor up to you. Press through the center of your back outside foot. Hug your inner thighs together like you're going to crinkle your mat up. Last inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale, come on up for side facing, wide leg forward fold. Face the curved wall or into the back. And take a bind. Interlace your fingers behind you. Soften your knees. And if that's feeling like it's too much, undo your bind. Last inhale. Exhale, relax down into the pose. Inhale, rise all the way up for namaste, front facing forward fold on this side. Take up some space, take up space side to side, and then tilt forward. Julia, you could actually send your back foot back a little bit. There you go. Give yourself some more space. Check in on your hips. Send your right hip back and your left hip forward. Twisting triangle. Let the twist happen and be guided by your breath. And if you've lost your breath, bring it back and bring it back for your neighbor as well. Last inhale. High to low push-up. Exhale. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll out to a high plank. And lower all the way down on a count of 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Locust. Zip your legs together. Pull your inner thighs together. Bring your big toes to touch for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Come on down. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Let's do this one with a little bit of a twist. Pretend I'm laying down, because if I try to get back up, it's just a nightmare. Drop your legs for just a second. So once you're in your locust, everybody just kind of glance up for just a second. Once you're in your locust, we'll do feet, toes tucked. Inhale, bring one arm up, exhale down, and switch arms. And do that for 5. If you knock your bottles over, that's fine. Slow and controlled. Once you're complete, drop all the way down, windshield wiper your legs. Very nice. Just to give you a little variety. Floor bow, we are going to do 2. So if you prefer to do one leg at a time, however you show up as your best, take that on. Press your shins back more than you're lifting your chest forward. Expand your chest. Hug your inner thighs together. Nice adjustments, everyone. Biggest, fullest expression. And come on down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Floor bow, second set. Grab onto your ankles. Press your shins back first. Then expand your chest. Hug your inner thighs together. Fullest expression in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, windshield wiper your legs side to side. Set your hands at your lowest ribs. Palms onto your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. And make this its own pose. The only thing on your mat are your toenails and your hands. Expand your chest, lift up, look up. Downward facing dog. Drop to your knees for camel. And as the heart opener, let your chest be the thing that guides this pose up and back. And breathe into any sensations that might be coming up, any emotions that might be coming up. You're already here doing the work. You've already done the hardest thing you can do, and that's get here. So anything that comes up, you can definitely handle in this space. Breathe through it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up, sit back onto your heels for just a second. Camel number 2. Your body already knows what to do. Be here for 5 breaths this time. Once you've completed your 5 breaths, sit back onto your heels and hold space until everyone is complete. Set up for bridge, lie back onto your back. Set your feet right underneath of your knees. Press down, lift your hips all the way up to the ceiling. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. So we have 6 wheels, 5 breaths each with a breath in between. Show up as your best version of yourself in these. First one, press down, rise all the way up. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. A breath in, a breath out. Inhale, press down, rise all the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. A breath in, a breath out. Press down, rise all the way up. Wheel number 3 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. A breath in, a breath out. What's possible for you in this wheel right now? Press down, rise all the way up for 5, 4. Maybe you lift a leg, maybe you lift an arm. 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. A breath in, a breath out. Wheel number 5. Press down, rise all the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. All right. It is the last wheel. However that shows up for you, it's right here, right now. Make it your biggest and your best. Press down, rise all the way up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Great job. Intentionally press the soles of your feet together. Allow your legs to kind of lay out wide. There we go. Take a moment, set an intention for how you'd like to show up in the rest of your practice. Inhale your legs all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Inhale, exhale, lower your right leg 2 inches to hover. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Engage your core. On your exhale, switch. You have 30 seconds. You can do anything for 1 breath. Take it 1 breath at a time. On your exhale, flex your feet a whole lot. Really put the work into your legs. You got 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, both legs up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. Put your hands either under your bum or right beside it. Engage your core. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30. Inhale. Exhale, lower 30 more. 2 inches to hover. Take a look at your toes. Swim them back and forth. Swim them up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up to the ceiling. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. Yogi abdominal twist. Opposite elbow goes to opposite knee. You've got 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1. And rock and roll 3 times forward and back. We will meet up in high boat. Flex your feet. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Last time, inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. And if you are one of those great people who can rock and roll 3 times and land in chair pose, awesome. If not, try it anyway. Rock and roll 3 times, land in chair pose. If not, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Oh yeah, Devin. Amazing job, everybody. Oh, all of you, amazing. Meet in downward facing dog. 10 out of 10 all around. Half pigeon on your right side. And stay active in this pose. The tendency tends to be, oh, I made it to half pigeon. I can just kind of relax onto my mat and I can just let the teacher talk and let her do her thing and whatever. Engage, actively engage into this pose. Keep your core engaged. Hug into center line. And if that means tucking your back toes to show up as your best self, great. If tucking your back toes does nothing and you're kind of still hanging out, press your back of your thigh up to the ceiling. Words are very hard. And I've been reading the 4 Agreements, which highly recommend. It's a book of wisdom and basically kind of guides you through how to show up as your authentic self. And one of the things that really struck a chord with me, especially through all of the craziness, and I'd love to share it with you, is really how to show up and be your best, most authentic self. And basically, it goes through and talks about speaking with integrity and showing up with integrity. And doing your best doesn't mean overdoing it, which if your world looks anything like my world, you tend to overdo things a little bit. Switch sides. So I invite you, as you're switching sides and as you're going through your practice in your day, actively choose what your best looks like. And if that means rest, and if that means saying no to something, say no to that thing. Tuck your back toes. Press the back of your thigh up towards the ceiling. And really showing up for your best self also means showing up as your best in your community and in your space of your people, whatever that means to you. And so I invite you, because you did the work today and because you're putting all of the work in now, show up as your best self for the rest of your day. Swing your back leg around for double pigeon. So to whatever degree your body will let you, stack one leg on top of the other. Use blocks and water bottles to help fill in the spaces in between. Inhale, extend your spine as tall as you can, like somebody's pulling a string out of the top of your head. And if this feels pretty good and you're looking for what's next, you can tilt forward with a flat back and take your Barbie C-shaped hands that we did in our chair pose, place them into your hip creases, place them on kind of like in between your hip creases and your upper thighs, and externally rotate your thighs. Switch sides. And one of the stories that the Four Agreements kind of goes through is a story of from Buddha that a journey person, I'm totally paraphrasing here, came and asked Buddha, if I meditate for 10 years, how long until I transcend into the next life? And he said, oh, it'll take 20 years. Great. So if I come in and I meditate every day for 8 hours instead of 4 hours, will it take me 5 years? And Buddha says, no, it'll take 20 years. It doesn't matter the time, it matters the effort and the intention behind it. And I'm butchering the story, but the point is show up with intention and show up as your truest best self, no matter in all ways, in all things. And it just really landed with me, and I wanted to share. I hope it lands with all of you as well, in some way, shape, or form. Seated single leg extension on your right. Flex your foot straight up to the ceiling. Extend your spine and then tilt forward. Bend your knee as much as you need to bring your thigh up to your chest. And if you're really flexy and you want to, what's next, you can take a water bottle and kind of put it at the bottom of your foot and extend your length and your reach a little bit. Switch sides. And keep present your sense of opening and release through these series of stretches. And just take notice of how your breathing changes, how your energy shifts. Extend both legs straight out in front of you for seated forward fold. Take your last final inhale in this pose. Exhale fully. Inhale, come back up into whatever inversion will be most rejuvenating for you here. Whether that's handstand, headstand, waterfall, shoulder stand, whatever it is, wherever inversion you're taking, please start from the back of your mat. So if you roll forward, you're not going to take anybody out. And all of my shoulder stands. Engage your core muscles. Pull your legs towards the front wall. Stack them right over your hips. Take 2 more breaths in here. Pull it back. There, right there. Shoulder stand, come to plow. Send your legs straight back. Plow, come to Deaf Yogi. Bend your knees. If your flexibility allows you, you can also grab your feet as well in your Deaf Yogi. And as slow as you can, roll all the way out onto your mat. We'll meet in supine twist on your right. And trust that your mat has you. We're entering into deep rest. You've done all the work. Let your mat hold you up. Let the floor hold you up. Relax all the way into this pose. Switch sides. take one final Supta Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. There is a cool eye towel at the top leftish corner of your mat. If you'd like, place that wherever would feel good for you. If not, just leave it there. We'll grab it later. And with absolutely nothing left to prove, take up space, extend all of your limbs for Shavasana. And as you settle into stillness, we'll do a quick little body scan. Relax any tension that you're feeling through the top of your head. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders melt onto the floor. Relax your joints, relax your arms, relax your shoulders, relax your hands. Release any tension you're feeling in your chest. Let your breathing return to normal. No effort whatsoever. Release any tension in your hips. Let go of any tension in your legs. Let your feet flop to their sides. Release any remaining tension, anything from your knees, from your joints, from your neck. Let it all go. And know that you are whole, complete, and there is absolutely nothing to fix. Begin to bring some small movements back into your fingers and toes. Slowly rotate your head on your mat side to side. Take some wrist circles and ankle circles. And take one final stretch like it's the first thing in the morning. Get really long. Roll over to your right side. Place your forehead onto your mat for one final time this practice. In acknowledgement of all of the work that you've done. Make your way into a seated, comfortable position. Yep. With either eyes closed or a soft gaze forward. Inhale your arms up overhead, get long. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll close our practice with 3 ohms. Inhale, thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Thank you all so much for showing up for yourselves and for the people in this room and showing up as your best selves today and getting a little messy. It's always a lot of fun. Together we bow our heads and say, Namaste. Great job, everybody. My name is Victoria. I teach here every Saturday at noon. If you feel like driving all the way out there, I also teach in Harrisburg on Sundays at noon. And if you're interested in figure skating and all that good stuff, I'd be happy to talk your ear off all about it. New session starts for Hershey next week, I believe. So if you have any interest in that, come talk to me. I'd be happy to talk to you all about it. Otherwise, thank you very much. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Leave all of your name cards there on the ground. That's fine. I will grab them. There is a laundry basket right out front for your eye towels.